And we're rolling.
Hey guys, I'm Erin.
I'm Alyssa.
And we are the Awkward Pirates, and we are back, baby!
After a year.
After a little over a year.
Woo!
You have Yoshi. We have Yoshis.
We got them at a convention.
Yes, we
Did
got
you
them at Bonsai.
Bonsai?
Yes,
I got my
both at Bonsai.
Ooh. We're doing another story time video.
We're doing another story time video. This week is
Weird kid
things
experiences
we did as kids.
Yes.
Yeah. You wanna start? Want me to start?
I can start.
Okay.
So I was a really weird kid, so I have a plethora of stories. But one thing that I did as a kid that my family is very, you know, they know me for this. What I would always do as a kid, I would always run away. Like, I always planned on running away.
You told me that.
And so, but I had like kind of a routine, so to speak, before I would run away. So I would take off my shirt, I would put on a huge pair of sunglasses, and I would...
You streaked.
Yes, I was also very well known in the neighborhood for streaking when I was a kid, and I'm not kidding. I wish I say I was lying, but
Epic.
I always streaked as a kid. But yeah, I would wear big sunglasses, take off my shirt, and I would wear a hat that was barely on my head. So it was like a cone, basically.
Why?
I don't know, it was my runaway clothes, and my family knew that as my runaway clothes. And so
birthday suit, a birthday hat, and sunglasses.
basically. And so I would walk around the house, and then they're like, oh, Alyssa's gonna run away again today. And I was like, yes, I am. And I would like take
you didn't lie about it.
No, but they knew. Like, they would stop me. I was like, Alyssa, we gotta take a picture. And I'm like, okay, this will be the last picture you'll take of me though, because I'm going away. I would literally go up the block and come back, and I was like, I'm back from my trip. And so yeah, there's a picture somewhere in my house of me in my runaway clothes.
You need to find that picture.
I really do. I oh my gosh, I'm doing laundry tomorrow, so I'll give you that picture so you can scan it. And
I need to see that picture tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, I'll need to find it.
I need to see that picture.
But I'm super like stoic and stuff too. Like, I'm totally serious about running away.
I'm so serious this time. You're never gonna see me again.
And 5 minutes later, they'll see me again.
So one thing about me, weird thing I did as a kid, I talked a lot in my sleep. I honestly don't know if I still do it. She's too much of a heavy sleeper to tell me if she actually...
I hear you giggle a lot in your room, but I assume that you're just watching videos, so I don't think anything of it.
No, usually if I'm giggling in my room, I'm watching something.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And I used to share a room with my oldest sister, my only sister. We had a bunk bed, and one night my cousin was sleeping over and I was asleep in my bed. I slept on the top bunk. I rolled over and I went, "Don't worry, I won't hurt you. I don't hurt anybody."
Oh, that's not menacing at all.
No, it freaked out my sister. And then one time, I apparently had an argument about a rubber duck in my sleep.
I haven't heard that one.
I honestly don't remember the details. She's told me before. But yeah, I argued with someone, or I talked about a rubber duck.
Argued about a rubber duck?
Yeah.
That's so weird. I mean, I don't really talk in my sleep. I laugh in my sleep.
You put your butts on people in your sleep.
I do that too. I'm a bed hog, and yeah,
it's not even that she's a bed hog. She has to be touching people in her sleep.
It's true. It doesn't matter who's in the bed with me. If you're sleeping next to me, I'm gonna be on you.
Which is why when we go on trips, I refuse to share a bed with her.
Exactly. Well, my sister and I, when we used to share a room, we also had to share a bed because we had like this huge like queen size bed for some reason. We didn't want a bunk bed, so we just shared one. But yeah, I would scooch over to her and touch her. My sister hates touching people in her sleep, so she would be like up against the wall, like, "Don't touch me," and I'm like, "Oh, come and love me, please." Well, I've got another story.
Go.
I'm gonna tell my xylophone story.
Oh gosh.
So, when I was a kid, I was also a little bit of a hipster, where I don't like to do what everyone else was doing, so I just kind of went and did my own thing, even if it was unplanned and last second.
I need to tell you, honey, you still do that.
Hipster for life.
Your shoulder just popped.
It does that all the time.
I heard that.
When I believe it was the 3rd grade. We were required to try out for our talent show Even if you didn't want to, you still had to do it.
You telling me that story.
So, I didn't, for me, I procrastinate until the very last second. And I didn't have a talent prepared. And so I was like, well, crap, maybe I'll just go up and sing, or maybe I'll do a little jig and call it good.
Jig. Making time. Get down tonight. We are so distracted.
But like, everyone was talking about their talents and they were all like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sing, oh yeah, I'm gonna dance. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna have so many people with the same talent, and you know, thank you.
Keep talking.
And I wanted to be in the talent show. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something that no one has done. I don't know what that is yet, but I'm gonna do something. And so it's music time, we go into the classroom and we sit down on our little benches, and I kind of look over to the side and my teacher has a little xylophone. Like a little wooden xylophone in the corner of the room. And I was like, that's it. That's my talent. I'm going to learn how to do the xylophone right now. And so everyone's going up and doing their talents. Everyone's singing, dancing, playing the piano, doing whatever. And then it's finally my turn. It's like, okay, all right, I think I can kind of beat out Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And so let's just do that. And so I get up there and I introduce myself and I'm like, I'm gonna play the xylophone. And everyone's like, oh my gosh.
You know what a xylophone is in 3rd grade.
Hey, you know what? My family is very musical. So I knew all the
I know your family's very musical, but it still surprised me that you know what a xylophone is in 3rd grade.
Totally. So I go over and I sit down and everyone crowds around me like nose to nose. Like they were this close to me. And so I was like freaking out. So everyone was super close to me, and then I panic a little bit, like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to play this. You know, the realization sets in, like, what am I doing? I don't know how to play this. I don't know how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And so I go da 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 da, and I was like, okay, great, I got this, da da da, and I was like, oh, crap, what do I do now? Because I didn't know where the sharp was, and so I hit a note, it was wrong. I was like, okay, calm down, you messed up, but you're just start over. And so I start over without telling people, like, oh no, I messed up, let me just redo this. And so, da 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 da, crap! And so I stopped in the exact same place, and then I start over again without telling anyone, and then I did this like 3 or 4 times before the teacher's like, okay, you're done, yay! And I'm like, I'm not gonna get in the talent show. And I didn't. My talent wasn't good enough to be in the talent show.
So one weird thing I used to do as a kid. For some odd reason, when I was a kid, I was convinced that at nighttime, if the lights were off, there were raptors in my basement.
You told me this. That's so weird.
Like there's no logical reason for this. They were just, if it was nighttime and the lights were off, and our basement didn't have any windows at all. So if you closed all the doors to my parents' room, to the laundry room, to the upstairs, just pitch black, nothing. And so if I needed to go downstairs to go to my parents' room, I would turn on the stair lights at the top of the stairs, walk down, and reach my arm around the wall, around the corner.
This is a good wall.
And grope for the light until I could flick it on. And then if I had to go back upstairs, I'd turn off the light and I'd book it as fast as I could because I didn't want the raptors to eat me.
Raptors are scary.
Dude, I was convinced there were raptors down there till I was like 9 or 10.
Okay, that's a little old.
There was no logical reason for it. There were raptors in my basement.
That would be terrifying to have any kind of dinosaur in your house. I'm just now remembering this. I used to believe that there was a legitimate goblin in my house that would take my stuff. It wasn't my fault that I lost my stuff, it was the goblin's fault.
Okay.
He was small, he was gray, and he had pointy ears. That's how I always imagined him. That's really the end of that story. I just believed that there was a goblin that kept hiding underneath my my TV and my bed that would just take my stuff and hide them. He was an evil goblin and I hated him.
Another one, when I was a kid, me and my little brother always hang out with the girl that lived around the corner. And if you know anything about summers in Utah, they get hot.
Oh my gosh, they get so hot.
Usually somewhere around 100 degrees, average. And we are stupid kids. We played outside a lot. I spent most of my days outside during the summer whenever I could. And we had a neighbor. I lived in a cul-de-sac, so it looked like this. We lived on the little corner. We had a neighbor across the cul-de-sac that had a big old walnut tree. And so it'd provide shade about the middle of the day. And me and my brother and this neighbor girl would go outside. We'd go across the street and sit on that little strip of grass in front of the sidewalk. Take off our shoes, walk to the edge of the shadow where it was still cool. Step out onto the asphalt where it was no longer cool. And see who could stand on the hot asphalt barefoot the longest.
Girl! No!
Want to know what's even better? In wintertime, me and my little brother used to walk around in the snow barefoot because we could.
I'm surprised you have feet. Gosh.
My neighbor used to tell my parents that I would be the perfect little pioneer person because I could walk through the snow barefoot.
Pioneers probably lost their feet, you know, because of frostbite.
Okay, we were out there that long barefoot. We weren't that stupid.
But the fact that you walked in snow barefoot.
We wanted to see if we could.
Goodness. Crazy, crazy kids. Oh, did I tell you about the time that I broke my arm in 6th grade?
Maybe, I don't remember.
Yeah, in 6th grade, so when I was 11 or 12, when I should have known better, me and my best friend at the time decided it would be a really good idea to tie a 3-wheeled scooter to a bike and go down a really steep hill and then turn really sharply and see who could stay on the scooter when we make the turn. Because the 3-wheeled scooter is really, really imbalanced. I don't remember if we've already talked about this in another video.
I don't think so.
Okay, good, because I feel like I've told the story so many times that I forget who I told.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, good. So I bring over my bike because she had the 3-wheeled scooter, and I tied the rope around. I was like, hey, so and so, for identity purposes, we'll call her Chipmunk. She reminds me of a chipmunk. I like her.
Good.
So I bring my bike over to Chipmunk's house and I tell her my grand plan, and she's, you know, just adventurous as I am, like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's such a good idea. And so we tie the scooter to the bike and we book it down this hill, this huge incline. I don't know if you've ever been to my house, but it's that hill in front of my house.
Oh,
so it's pretty steep.
I know what hill you're talking about. Yeah.
So we're booking it down, and then we take this really, really sharp turn, and, you know, first couple of times it was great, it was perfect. It was scary, but, you know, we were able to kick down on the scooter so it wouldn't tip over. So finally it was like the 3rd or 4th time we've been down this hill, and it was my turn to be on the scooter. And we go down this hill, and she makes the turn, and I don't know what happened, if I got distracted or I just didn't press down.
You got distracted.
I probably got distracted. I probably saw a butterfly, like, oh, how beautiful that butterfly is, and then, well, bam, I hit asphalt and skid across the road. Like, I had major road burn,
I believe it.
all the way up my arm and on my side. And I just remember this huge burning sensation in my arm. Like, my arm was on fire. Like, it hurt so bad. It's probably the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. And, you know, I'm cradling my arm, like, oh my gosh, I broke my arm! Like, I didn't know that I broke my arm. I always say that too. Whenever I hit my arm, like, it's broken!
I've never heard you say that.
Well, it was when I was a kid. I
Okay.
wanted a broken bone so bad that, I don't know, because I thought casts were super cool, and I was like that super adventurous kid where I would show off my scrapes and bruises, because I'm like, check it out, I'm super cool and I'm super adventurous, I'm living life on the edge, you know, stuff like that. And then I actually break my arm, and I'm like, I would take this back and live normally if I could! And so, yeah. We had one of our neighbor people that was just driving by, he's like, everything okay? And I'm like, no, I'm dying! And so she drives to my parents' place, and my dad comes down and picks me up. And it turns out that I did, in fact, break my arm.
Nice.
I had a fracture and a buckle fracture.
Wow.
In my left arm. So that wasn't fun.
Did I ever tell you about the time I sprained my ankle?
Mm-mm. Well, which time?
I've only ever sprained my ankle once.
I feel like there's so many like joint problems that.
No, I've only ever hurt my ankle once. I sprained my ankle when I was in 4th grade on a slip and slide.
Oh. Ooh.
Because I am talented that way.
Ugh.
So my family had just got back from vacation in Illinois. We had gone to Nauvoo. And the little neighbor girl, we're gonna call her
Chipmunk too.
No. We'll call her Barbara. So me and my little brother went over to Barbara's house to see if she could play, and she had one of those old style slip and slides, like the yellow one that you had to have the hose on, just continuously running. Because I'm old.
We didn't just age ourselves.
And so we're playing on the slip and slide. I'm just going down on my belly, having a grand old time. And Barbara and my little brother start going down on their knees. I'm like, I want to try that. So I back up, I run, and I jump, and I land on my knees, and I go.
Oh. Ow.
And it hurt because I didn't like just try and slide. I jumped, like I got some good air and landed.
That's such a good idea.
I was in 4th grade.
What could go wrong?
So I finally stopped tumbling at the end of her yard, and her yard's about the length of the slip and slide.
Oh wow.
It was a fairly long yard. And I'm cradling my legs, screaming at my brother and Barbara to go get her mom because my leg really hurts. And they just kind of sit there and stare at me like I'm stupid.
We don't believe that you're actually hurt.
And the way the houses were set up, you had my house and then her house went this way. So her side yard connected to our backyard. And mine and my sister's room was in the corner in the back. And I guess my sister had the window open and heard me screaming bloody murder. So my sister came running out of the house over around the corner, and the mom had finally come out. Barbara's mom had finally come out, was looking at my ankle. I'm screaming and crying. Anyways, my sister picks me up and starts running back around, and the way our house was set up is you had about 4 stairs and then a long porch to the doorway. And she slips and trips up the stairs and throws me across the porch.
Oh, that's not a good day for you.
No.
That was the worst day.
And she gets me inside. My mom and her pack me in the car, and we go to We Care, which is a Instacare for kids. And my mom's first comment as we're sitting there waiting for the doctor, you probably should have changed your clothes. You're sopping wet.
It was an emergency. On the worst day ever.
I'm like, I don't care right now, Mom!
I'm in pain. My looks don't matter right now, Mother.
So, let us know what things you guys did as children down in the comments below. Let us know what other story times you want us to do. If there's a certain topic you want us to talk about. We have lots of stories. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss a new video. Hopefully.
Also, press the bell notification.
Oh,
that's
gosh.
a thing. If you want to know every time we update.
Upload, honey.
Update, upload, same thing.
No!
It's the same thing.
No! So yeah, subscribe, click that bell notification. Make sure you follow us on our social.
Wait! Try again! Take 2!
Make sure you follow us on all of our social media accounts. I'll let you know. We'll let you know as soon as we get more going. And we will see you next time. Bye.